mask when they taking your life. They don't need to burn the oil holding the knife. The realistic killers are wearing the tie. They smiling at you while they telling a lie. I'm down in the gutter, I'm trying to breathe. They signing the paper and watching us bleed. They robbing the city with fountain pens and hiding the money in tinted bins. Waking up early, the curfew is freezing. Look at the system, it's totally treason. I got a hustle to give me the meal. They making a million by making the deal. No ski mask, no blow, just a tailor suit. They chopping the tree and they taking the root. We fighting for pennies down here in the dirt. They sitting in offices watching us hurt. A briefcase is heavy, it carries the weight. They buying the judge and deciding the fate. I look at the towers, they touching the cloud. The silence up there is incredibly loud. They call me a menace, they call me a thug, but they sweep the brains right under the rug. I'm just a survivor, I'm playing that hand in the cold and the culprit, desolate land. They don't need a mask when they taking your life. They don't need to burn the oil holding the knife. The realistic killers are wearing the tie. They smiling at you while they telling a lie. I'm down in the gutter, I'm trying to breathe. They signing the paper and watching us bleed. They robbing the city with fountain pens and hiding the money in tinted dens. Yeah, corporate cartel, they moving in stealth, stealing the health and dividing the wealth. Handshakes in the lobby, the devil is brilliant. The system is rigged, so they constantly winning. No sirens are flashing, no cops in the fiend. The dirtiest money is washed till it's clean. I carry the trauma, I carry the stress. They wearing the Rolex and making a mess. Got bulletproof glass in the penthouse suite while we dodging the bullets right here on the street. The realest gangsters don't carry a Glock. They owning the building and owning the block. They don't need the mask when they taking your life. They don't need to burn the oil holding the knife. The realest killers are wearing the tie. They smiling at you while they telling a lie. I'm down in the gutter, I'm trying to breathe. They signing the paper and watching us bleed. They robbing the city with fountain pens and hiding the money in tinted dens. I'm on the block, just trying to live. Yeah, they taking it all, but nothing to give. TXB, yeah, we out. TXB. Looking at these scars,
they run deeper than the skin.
I didn't want the medal, I was forced to hold it still. Stealing out the market just to get the proper meal. Mama working double, daddy vanished in the night. I was only 7 when I had to learn to fight.
Now I'm looking in the mirror, angry at the world, watching all the trauma and the tragedy unfold.
They call me a menace, but they didn't see the pain. I was just a kid left out to freeze inside the rain. Late nights waiting by the window, stomach always growling. Walking through the alley where the hungry dogs are prowling. Daddy took a ghost ride, left us with a broken door. Mama scrubbing floors until her knuckles getting sore. So I hit the corner store, slipping bread inside my coat. Swallow when the heavy guilt is burning in my throat. First it was $1, then it escalated quick. Living in a system that is fundamentally sick.
All the boys approached me, said they got a better way. Handed me a package and they told me I would pay. Now I'm in the circle tying bandanas around. Listening to sirens, it's the only daily sound.
Lost my innocence before I learned to ride a bike. Trading my ambitions for a different kind of strike. I was just protecting what I had inside the home. Now I'm making money, but I'm feeling so alone. I didn't want the medal, I was forced to hold it still. Stealing out the market just to get the proper meal. Mama working double, daddy vanished in the night. I was only 7 when I had to learn to fight.
Now I'm looking in the mirror, angry at the world, watching all the trauma and the tragedy unfold.
They call me a menace, but they didn't see the pain.
I was just a kid left out to freeze inside the rain.
Fast forward 20 years, diamonds sitting on my chest, but I'm full of rage and I can never get the rest. Angry at the teachers who looked at me like a thug. Angry at the politicians pushing all the drugs. Angry at my father for escaping from the weight. Now I carry trauma and it's turning into hate. Every time I shoot, I'm shooting back in my own past, knowing that this empire of shadows gonna last. I didn't wanna be a gangster, didn't want the crown. I just wanted someone there to never let me down. But the streets embraced me when the family fell apart. Put a piece of frozen metal right inside my heart. I survived the trenches, but the trenches in my mind, looking for a piece of peace that I will never find. Yeah, I'm getting rich, but my soul is in the rest, sleeping with the demon right beside me in the bed. Right beside me in the bed. Didn't ask for this. TXB. I'm out.
They watch the movies, but they don't see the nightmares.
Flashy suits and the tinted glass. Everybody watches when the phantoms pass. Kids on the corner wanna wear the crown. They do not know the gravity of going down. Silver watches and the golden chains, covering the poison in the frozen veins. Eating at the table with a plastic smile, knowing you been hunted for a heavy while. Be sleeping with one eye open in the dark. Every single shadow is a predator shark. You think it is a movie with a happy end. Wait until you have to bury your best friend. Count the paper, wash the blood, diamond shoes, walking in the mud. It is not a romance, it is a golden cage, dying for $1. At an early age, paranoia creeping. In the penthouse suite, nothing is glamorous about the street. Golden cage. About the street. It is not a romance, it is a golden cage, dying for $1. At an early age, paranoia creeping. In the penthouse suite, nothing is glamorous about the street. Yeah. Looking over the shoulder, the temperature colder, the enemy closer than ever before. Brothers are switching, the system is glitching, the devil is knocking right back at the door. Mama is crying, the lawyers are lying, the judge is preparing to throw out the key. You wanted the gory, you wanted the story, but this is the ultimate penalty. No loyalty left in the heart of the beast, starving alone at the luxury feast. Trust is a luxury you cannot buy, living a legend but waiting to die. Count the paper, wash the blood, diamond shoes, walking in the mud. It is not a romance, it is a golden cage, dying for $1. At an early age, paranoia creeping. In the penthouse suite, nothing is glamorous about the street. It is not a romance, it is a golden cage, dying for $1. At an early age, paranoia creeping. In the penthouse suite, nothing is glamorous about the street. TXB. Looking in the mirror, ain't nobody home. Breathing but I'm gone. Heart is made of stone. Breathing but I'm walking in the flesh, nothing in the chest. Smiling for the flash, turning into ash. Breathing but I'm gone. Heart is made of stone. Yeah. Look at the design covering the ghost. Drinking out the bottle, making up a toast. Everybody cheering, looking at the shelf. Living in the mansion, burning in the hell. Ice upon the wrist, freezing up the vein. Numbing up the body, running from the pain. They're staring at the ceiling, shadow on the wall. Waiting for the spirit, waiting for the call. I don't feel a thing, I don't feel a touch. Leaning on the money, using like a crutch. Body moving forward, spirit left behind. Losing all the focus, losing all my mind. Hollow in the sand and nothing left to give. Tell me what it means, tell me how to live. Faking every laugh, faking every tear. Walking through the world, but I am never here. Breathing, but I'm gone. Heart is made of stone. Breathing, but I'm breathing, but I'm walking in the flesh, nothing in the chest. Smiling for the flash, turning in the ash. Breathing, but I'm gone. Heart is made of stone. Yeah. Zombie in the night, staring through the light. Got a heavy bag, waving a white flag. Empty in the soul, playing up the road. Crowd is going wild, crying like a child. Inside of the brain, nothing is the same. Mirrors do not lie, look into the eye. You won't see a spark, swallowed by the dark. Living out a dream, silent when I scream. Breathing, but I'm gone. Heart is made of stone. Breathing, but I'm breathing, but I'm walking in the flesh, nothing in the chest. Smiling for the flash, turning in the ash. Breathing, but I'm gone. Heart is made of stone. Nothing in the chest. TXB. Yeah. Gone. TXB. Yeah, turn the bass up, let's go. Flexing on the gram with the runner key. Selling on my time for the VIP. Smile for the flash, but I cannot see. Leaving my reality far behind. Swimming that blasted the limit of dead. Voices of dead that go into my head. Got a design of the custom threads.
But my bank account bleeding and it's turning red.
I'm building a castle on top of a lie. Looking at the ceiling, I'm asking why. The numbers go up,
But my spirit is dry.
watch me fly.
Plastic chrome, living in the digital dome. Nobody home, chilling on the fabricated throne.
Swipe it, sign it, act like I own it. Deep in the trap and I cannot condone it. Fake the success to the reap or rise. Living 100 different fake lives.
Plastic chrome.
Plastic chrome. Everything is rented. Nothing is cemented. Look up the wrist, it's a frozen light. Look at the smile, it's a chosen life. Monthly payments stick them to the sky. Living for the algorithm till we die. I don't want the real, I just want the flag. Worry about the debt when I'm getting to the nerve. Just a plastic chrome dream. Plastic. TXB. TXB. Yeah. They selling the sickness. They selling the Q. White coat on, he a dealer. Popping the seal on the healer. World gone crazy, I feel it.
Give me a pill, I conceal it.
They don't want nobody waking. Look at the money they making. Give you a script and you taking.
Whole generation is shaking.
Walking inside of the clinic, I see that the line is right out the door. Tell me I'm sick in the head and they tell me I gotta go take some more. Looking at television, the commercials are pushing the heavy brain, putting the chemical poison right into the palm of my heavy hand. Ain't no cartel in the jungle, the cartel is paying the legal tax. Look at the suits and the ties, they are hiding the heavy and brutal facts. Numbing the pain of the people so nobody start a massive revolt. Locking the mind in the prison and throwing away the heavy boat. Give them a dose in the morning and give them a dose in the dead of night. Taking away the aggression and taking away the human fight. Pharmacy bags on the counter, they lining them up in a perfect row. Where did the natural feeling and all of the human energy go? I got a homie who died from a medicine that the doctor prescribed. Swallowed the lie in the pill and he unfortunately never survived. This is $1 billion machine and it runs on the sick and weak, leaving the millions of people out here in the middle of week. White coat on, he a dealer. Popping the seal on the healer. World gone crazy, I feel it.
Give me a pill, I conceal it.
They don't want nobody waking. Look at the money they making. Give you a script and you taking.
Whole generation is shaking.
They making a profit whenever you bleed, creating the sickness, creating the need. The hospital bill is a heavy receipt. They keeping the zombies right out on the street. You feeling depressed? There is a magic capsule. System is built like an absolute castle. Look at the numbers, the stock is going up. Pouring the chemical right in the cup. I am a product and you are a product. We barcode and strictly scan. This is exactly the terrible way that the government fully planned. I throw the heavy bottle away in the trash. I am not giving them none of my cash. White coat on, he a dealer. Popping the seal on the healer. World gone crazy, I feel it.
Give me a pill, I conceal it.
They don't want nobody waking. Look at the money they making. Give you a script and you taking.
Whole generation is shaking.
Whole generation is shaking.
By the way,
TXB.
yeah, we out. TXB. Mama, I know you up late waiting. I'm sorry I can't pick up the phone right now. I'm too far gone. I'm pouring up the syrup to erase the heavy pain. I know I broke your heart and I'm the only one to blame. I had the cap and gown, I had the highest of the grades, but now I'm in the streets and throwing all my life away.
I traded all the scholarships to carry heavy scales. I'm running from the cops and dodging all the county jails. You wanted me to win, but I just only chose to lose.
I'm sorry, mama, I am walking in some different shoes. I remember looking at the list, my name was at the top. You were smiling in the crowd, you thought your boy would never drop. Had the college letters coming in from everywhere around, but the devil in the alley pulled me right into the ground. I started sipping on the lean and I'm the heavy stress. Now my mind is foggy and my whole apartment is a mess. I got a fully loaded Glock right underneath the leather seat. Instead of corporate offices, I'm dying in the freezing street. I know you pray for me to be a doctor or a lawyer. Now I'm moving packages and acting like a toxic warrior. I'm off the pills again, I cannot even feel my face. I'm running out of breath inside this heavy deadly race. I see the disappointment every time you look at me. I took a golden future, threw it in the deep blue sea. I'm hanging with the killers that you told me to avoid, and everything you built for me is officially destroyed. I'm pouring up the syrup to erase the heavy pain. I know I broke your heart and I'm the only one to blame. I had the cap and gown, I had the highest of the grades, but now and throwing all my life away.
Traded all the scholarships to carry heavy scales. I'm running from the cops and dodging all the county jails. You wanted me to win, but I just only chose to lose.
I'm sorry, mama, I am walking in some different shoes. I'm waking up at noon, the bottle empty on the floor. I'm paranoid, I'm constantly just looking at the heavy door. They call me by my street name, they forgot my real one. I traded in the textbooks for a shiny, heavy steel gun. It's hard to look you in the eyes when I am always high. I tell you I'm retiring, but you know it is a lie. To graduation pictures, all collecting all the dust. I'm living in a world where there is absolutely zero trust. I could've been somebody, could've made you really proud, but now I'm smoking loud and getting lost inside the crowd. The gang became my family when I pushed you to the side. I'm sorry for the countless nights that you sat up and cried. I'm trapped inside this lifestyle, mama, I can't find an exit. Every time I try to leave, the devil redirected. Just know I love you even when I'm out here acting wrong. I couldn't say it to your face, so I put it in a song. I'm pouring up the syrup to arrest the heavy pain. I know I broke your heart and I'm the only one to blame. I had the capping down, I had the highest of the grades, but now I'm in the streets and throwing all my life away.
I traded all the scholarships to carry heavy scales. I'm running from the cops and dodging all the county jails. You wanted me to win, but I just only chose to lose.
I'm sorry, mama, I ain't walking in some different shoes. Put it in a song. Sorry I let you down. TXB, I'm so far gone. Look at the sky, it is bleeding. Chrome tears falling on the dashboard. Life moving faster than the crash cars.
Too much weight, my shoulders getting sore.
But we never walking out that back door.
I seen the bottom, now I'm floating in the stars, trying to heal 100 invisible scars.
They see the money, they don't see the heavy toll. Sold a lot of things, but I never sold my soul. Wait, look. Waking up, taking a breath, I'm feeling the pressure, it's heavy as lead. All of these voices, they loud in my head. I count up the blessings, I count up the bread. Trust is a luxury, most of them fake. Smile on my face while they plotting to take. I had to cut off the grass for the snake. I put the city right under my wake. Melodies crying, the bass is punching. Nobody gave me a plate, I was hunting. Now I sit back in the coupe and it's pushed out. Ice on the neck, but it's freezing the heart. Yeah, slow it down. What is the price of the life? Living a dream on the edge of a knife. Top, rain falling, middle of the night and the past keeps calling. Used to be broke, now we worldwide ballin', but the higher you get, yeah, the harder the falling. It is a trap, it is a maze, lost in the sauce and I'm stuck in the haze. Look at the mirror, I'm changing my ways, living a movie, I'm directing plays. I need the peace, I don't need the attention. I am a glitch in a different dimension.
Chrome tears falling on the dashboard.
Life moving faster than the crash cars.
Too much weight, my shoulders getting sore.
But we never walking out that back door.
I seen the bottom, now I'm floating in the stars, trying to heal 100 invisible scars.
They see the money, they don't see the heavy toll. Sold a lot of things, but I never sold my soul. Never sold my soul. Invisible scars. Road is long, but the engine is warm. Headlights cutting through the heavy fog, writing my own story in the captain's log. They said the mountain was too high to climb. I just put my focus on the clock and time. Tires running over every broken stone, building up a neutral when I am alone. Sweating blood, I'm missing on the steering wheel, justing up a limit to the human steel. Silence in the cabin, but the mind loud. Walking completely away from the crowd. Every single failure is a lesson learned. Walking through the ashes of the bridge I burned. Listen to the clock, time is on my side. Shifting to the gear, hustle in the darkest hour, turning all the silence into absolute power. Keep the vision steady, never look behind. The only real limit is inside the mind. People like to talk, but they never walk. I ain't taking action while the others mock. Breathe the freezing air, let the lungs expand. Holding all the power in my own right hand. Destiny's calling on the private line, knowing that the victory's purely mine. Listen to the clock, time is on my side. Shifting to the gear, enjoy the heavy ride. I will reach the summit.